If you listen to a face story, I bet you must have pity for him. And if you don't have, I don't know if you're a human being. A face story is like a normal Nigerian who is, I will not say really, really poor, but poor to some extent, and he grew up with a poor parents that tried to provide some things for him. He was hoping to be someone better in life, like his situation will be more better than his parents, but the reverse is the case, and this can be very, very sad, and is not a funny one at all. So the story started with an initiation of two boys into a group. I think it's something like a cult stuff, and whereby they initiate people to be there forever, and until the boss want to leave them to go before they now go, and they swore with their life and their blood and everything. So thereafter, they introduced us to a young man. Let me say he's in his 30s, going to his 40s. His name is Effie. He explained about how he grew up, from the way his parents were poor, but they still tried to provide for him, and he still found fault. And from his own perspective, he saw it that his parents did not do much. But now it was when he has all grown up and he's now married, he now realized the fact that him also having a child, and he could not provide everything for his own children. He also has wife, family, and others, but he tried all his best. He works in a restaurant and in a bar club where they sell drinks, food, meat, assorted, and the rest of them. You know how in an average Nigerian restaurant can be, and so that was how everything was. And guess what? His pay wasn't that enough. Though he's a graduate, he's a programmer. Even with his job, he still goes out there to use his laptop and program some stuff on his laptop, and he's still trying to make it out with what he has in his head. But life didn't favor him. Life showed him shaggy, as normal Nigerian people will always say. He got to a point that he has to ask his supervisor for money to borrow a loan that he's going to use and attend to his family needs. Every time he borrows a loan, he always gives different excuse. From his mother died, his family was sick, someone was sick, and everything. And he has this mother-in-law which always insults the hell out of him, and she don't even recognize him as someone that was doing anything. And that his supervisor made a huge mockery of him, told him that he was owing them for about 6 months, and the money is too much, and they still gave him money last month, and still he still wants to come and borrow another one. That how did he think that it's going to be possible for him to give him? He told him that God hates him, that he should go and do deliverance. Can you imagine what's coming out from his supervisor's mouth? All of you that have HR that are so wicked, I'm sure you can relate to this. When they want to say bad stuff to you, I mean, you are not even going to like it. He told him several times and made mockery of him. He now got to a point whereby he had to borrow money because his wife was in hospital and she was pregnant for 3 babies. Can you imagine? 3 children, like triplets. This is mother-in-law, the mother of his wife. Is a very, very strict one and no-nonsense one. She always insults the hell out of him, and she doesn't even give him opportunity or benefit of doubt. And she doesn't see all the struggle this guy always go through. But his wife is always there to pacify him down and tell him not to mind her. That you know how she always used to behave and stuff like that. But still, the guy was not getting it enough. He was not getting it at all. He now went to his boss to borrow money and tried to tell his boss that, okay, his wife is pregnant, she's in labor, that without that money, they're not going to attend to her. And the boss was telling, the laugh that the boss laughed was, it was so annoying. And me, self, I was even pitying for Ife, because if it was me, I will feel very, very, very bad. Because I'm telling you my problem. I know that yes, even if you don't want to give me the money, you can just be kind to your words. But no, he laughed and told him that this one, God just hits him finally. That he's just gonna do deliverance. He hasn't even paid for all his debts and others, and now he's expecting another child, and not even a child, triplets, 3 children. You can imagine the weight of the whole thing, feeding his family, feeding the triplets and everything. So he went to the madam of the restaurant, who used to always help him out in one or two things, sha. But that woman is very corny and she's lustful. She always wants to have her way with him. She always wants him to sleep with him. She seduces him and stuff like that before he gives him anything. And he asked him for about 40,000 naira. But the woman delayed and tried to be seductive, tried to lure him, probably to sleep with him. So before she would give him the money. But when she was trying to touch him, Efe told her to stop and he left. But later he came back again. And I think they didn't show what happened, sha, but I felt like they gave him the money. She gave him the money because when he left his working place, he collected the money there. They did not show what happened between the boss and Efe, like the madam of the restaurant where he works. But later they showed where he left with money, bundles of cash in an envelope. And for me, why did it? Okay, let me start by saying this shows how rich people oppress poor people because they know they have the money and they have everything to offer to you. They have what you need, but they just want you to do something for you. They can use you for hard labor. They can tell you to do what you don't want to do, especially when it comes to sexual activities, harassment, assault, sleep with them, hard labor, and the rest of them, which is very, very bad. And I really felt for this guy. I probably guess maybe he slept with her before he collected the money. And this was where I felt pain, like what happened at the end of the day. I couldn't even imagine it. This guy was robbed on his way to meet his wife in the hospital. And when he was carrying that envelope, what was going through my mind was like, guy, can't you just find a leader or put it inside your pocket? Because it was night and the envelope was looking very attractive and shining. What do you expect? You are going out like that. There's no how eyes of people will not be on you. And if he carried that money like that, and the keke he entered, he was so suspicious of the people inside. Like he wasted time sef before he even entered that keke. He was like trying to think, these people, are they thieves or what? So finally, when he entered their keke, he got to a point they took another route which is not familiar to him. When they took that route, he was now asking the driver, what's up now? What's going on? What's happening? I don't know this road though. So when they now reached the place, they now stopped. One guy in the keke now told him that, oh yeah, guy, bring that envelope with your hand though. The guy was surprised. They showed him this small knife which some people used to carry around. That was how he gave them the money, and they pushed him off the keke. He fell down. Guy, at this point I was like, they curse you. Is it curse or what? I was so, hi God, I don't even know how to even express it right now. He finally went to the hospital and he was trying to explain to the nurses there that, see, they robbed me and I don't have the money with me. But you know, as a typical Nigerian hospital can be, number one, you don't even have the money to even take care of yourself. They won't even attend to you. Now your wife has finally given birth and you want them to release your wife. It's not even possible. And they even rained insults on him there. I felt for this guy like mad. Okay, aside from that, they showed us a human who was well to do. Her friend called her Mo. She works in the cybercrime, Nigerian Cybercrime Commission, and she just got a promotion though. She has a birthday of her mother-in-law to attend, and before she left, she talked with her husband concerning about how she's going to come. She's going to be running late, and he's going to come with the kids and everything. And she doesn't want her mother's in-laws issues. So when she left and went for the party, although she was already late, and you know how typical mother-in-law can be, they started querying her. Then after that, she received a call from her husband that they were involved in an accident, and guess what? The man died. We don't actually know who this man is, but we know that the man is the father of our kids, and this really affected Mo. She was very, 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 very traumatized. Got to the extent that hallucinating, and she even had to start shouting, which they had to rush her to the hospital. Coming to Efe's part, when he got to the hospital, there was a human in the hospital. I think this should be like maybe MD or something, or HR or something like that. She called, talked to Efe and told him to calm down because Efe was yelling and shouting, trying to explain to them that, see, I was robbed and stuff like that. So she brought him to the office and told him that they are going to make a suitable payment plan for him. He should just calm down and he should not disappoint her. He was very happy, so he accepted the offer. He finally went to meet his wife and trust his mother-in-law again to come back at him and talking shit and crap. But the wife was there to pacify him and told him that not mind her, that's how she always do. And by the way, they lost one of the triplets, which now makes them to become two. And on the other side of Efe's wife, she lost her job where she does a nanny stuff for one woman like that. The woman was not even sympathetic at all because if his wife comes late to work, she's always tired, dizzy, and when she's in work, she's not fully concentrated. She always has one excuse or the other. Her her boss told her that, see, if you can't do this work, it's just better you just stay at home. Stay at home and get your recovery from your CS because she did CS while she was in labor. Just recover from it, then later you can find another work. If his wife begged and begged, but to no avail, she sacked her. Then coming to the restaurant again, when that was when if his life started to change. There was a time when if he was working in the restaurant and there was a new girl in the place, she was, like, let me say, sexually harassed. But so coming to the restaurant where Effie worked, there was a new girl that was employed there. There were a group of guys that came to work there. So one of the guys there, his name is Obusu. He sexually harassed her. He tapped her butt, and the girl was not having it. She shouted, and she went back. You know how these restaurant madams can be, whereby if the customers are harassing the staff, they will not say anything. They will tell you to just act accordingly, that they don't want to lose the customers. So she went there and reprimanded the new girl, telling her that she should just act and behave herself. But Efe was not having this funny. He told her that she's going to take her next order, the order of those guys, that she's going to be the one to serve them because the madam told her that she's going to go and serve those people, and she said no. Efe now said that she's going to take her place, but she refused because she was like, she has a child at home and she don't want to lose her job. But Efe insisted. So when he went to the group to meet those group of guys, that was when they were not asking him of the other lady, and he told them that she's in the toilet and she's not going to be coming out soon, and they told her that they are going to wait for her. That was when Obosu, one of Efe's old-time friend, noticed him and tried to explain to him that he worked in cyber cafe before and something like that. Efe could not recognize him immediately. He was now telling Obosu was telling his friends that it was Efe that saved him from a group of guys when he went to meet a girl. You know how Obosu was stubborn there, trying to meet a girl, and a group of guys attacked him. Other people were passing on the road, thinking that he was dead, but they did not do anything. It was Efe that went and challenged them and helped him out. That was when Efe now remembered Obosu and showed him the scar on his stomach, which because he was badly injured, very, very injured at that point in time. So Efe now recognized him because at that time Efe was working in a cyber cafe. He was selling airtime. That was how Efe met him, and the story now round up. And this is episode 1 of the whole story. But there was one funny thing that happened in that place. Efe was asked what was he doing here, blah blah blah, and he was like trying to explain that there is no job, that he's just working here and stuff. And that his madam walked in immediately. You know how controlling and everything she can be. She brought in the girl which was harassed, who was harassed that other time. The madam tried to order a fee, but Obosu was hell-bent and tried to stop her, trying to tell her that she will not control him. He asked him how much is his salary. He said 40,000 naira. And he also was so surprised, looked at the woman and and said, so this is how much they are even paying this the guy. There and then, because the woman was trying to interfere and interject, trying to control Efe. So that was when she now sacked him. She now sacked him and also told them that he was owing them 180,000. Obosu removed the money, gave the woman, and said, I take 200,000, keep the remaining as change. From there, he now told the woman to bring food and serve Efe. The woman was like, who is she going to serve? That one. And the guy was surprised. The woman was surprised. And the woman don't have any choice because for her, customers are always right. She brought the food and served him. That was how the episode rounded up. Guys, if you have watched up to this point, please, I would like you to subscribe. Subscribe to this channel, comment, like, and share. See you in my next video. I'll be doing reviews for the remaining episodes of To Kill a Man, To Kill a Monkey. Please do well to subscribe and come back. See you in my next video.